Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here, and as we all know, the Sims 4 base game from October the 18th of this year, 2022, is actually gonna be free. Right now, you can get the Desert Looks kit for free if you have already previously purchased or you own the Sims 4 base game, so I just thought I would remind you about that. You can only claim it up until the 17th of November if you didn't know. Now you do. I'm gonna say thank you very much to myself, but I decided with the base game going free, I would take a look at base game. I want to go back to the year of 2014. Okay, so technically not the exact year because we all know that when The Sims 4 came out, whilst I was actually excited to have my hands on a new generation because let's be real, I was so over the lag of The Sims 3 and The Sims 4 played beautifully. I will say it was still missing a lot. We didn't get toddlers with the release. We also didn't get ghosts with the release. Pools weren't included. To be fair to them, they did start to release a lot of like updates like pretty much from the get-go, and over the last 8 years the base game has changed a lot. So this isn't gonna be the 2014 version, this is gonna be base game today as we know it. Just to remind you all though, this was the home screen for The Sims 4. Look at how bare she is. Like there was literally just a play button down here. Oops, sorry about my little subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. I never say that anymore. I used to say it an awful lot back when I was making videos like this. This is my smarter Sims in Creator Sim. That's how they sold The Sims 4. They sold her down the river as new and innovative, which to be fair, at the time she was new. I don't know about innovative, but as we know, this is now the home screen. I have disabled all of my packs, I've disabled all of my custom content, so these are the kind of things that you will see once you get your hands on it. It's changed an awful lot. I honestly much prefer like the color and stuff. Yes, it does feel like one big advertisement for the game, but hey, I mean, what do we expect? I like how it's also like community builds and stuff like that, so let's hop in to a new game, and I will say straight off the bat, this will annoy the heck out of you like after you've made your first like 3 Sims. You'll be so over seeing this little introduction. I don't remember when these things released, so I'm not even gonna put a time frame on it. Honestly, I can't even remember what I ate for lunch yesterday, but this is the Creator Sim quiz. We're actually gonna do this for at least one Sim. What age am I? We're gonna go with a young adult because let's be real, they're the ones that have all the love and affection in The Sims 4. I have a great idea for a prank. We'll go for someone else's expense. Home is where my stuff is, where the heart is, where I feel safest. I mean, definitely not true in The Sims. Absolutely gonna start a fire in this first part. Best stories, happy endings, plot twists are written by me. I mean, true, but plot twist. That is not the truth, Ellen. As will be provided with evidence when Midnights by Taylor Swift comes out. She writes the best stories. Fight me. How do I feel about love? I know it when I feel it. Love at first sight is real. I keep my options open. Chaos Goblin. Chaos Goblin. A co-worker messed up. Now our boss is mad. What do I do? Blame them, cover for them, quit. I don't need this stress. As a child, I wanted to work in outer space for myself on robots, which is interesting because robots aren't part of the Sims 4 base game. They came in Discover University. The internet is for inspiration, making money. Llama means making money. That wasn't like an answer from me. I promise I don't see you as a money-making machine. Means to an end. Literally just do it for the money so I can live life. How depressing. My friend needs someone to watch their child. I'm the person for the job. They should hire a nanny. They know not to ask me. Definitely gonna hate children. The best music comes from the radio, played live, comes from video games. Iconic. Let's go. Have you ever heard of Vagina Pineapple? Ooh, in the business career, has the skill in writing and a skill in programming, and has above average delicious, that's what I like to see. Hot-headed, non-committal, and hates children. Don Lothario, is that you? But also wants a successful lineage. Honestly, I'm getting mixed signals here, which feels like a Don Lothario mood. Can I make you rival Don Lothario? I feel like that will be a great thing for us to do. I feel as if I would get a lot of satisfaction out of that. Oh yeah, we also have new hair colors since the 2004 base game. Also, loads loads of like new hairstyles as well, which are so much better than the base game hairstyles. It feels really weird having like the OG background and like not having my 5 columns. Why they haven't expanded the columns in Creator Sim is beyond me. I know it could potentially like mess up depending on which like resolution and like screen size, but I feel like majority of players now have like a standard, not even like widescreen, but like standard size monitor, either on a laptop or a PC these days. Eyebrows, we haven't had an eyebrow refresh literally since the game came out, which I tweeted about months ago, and I was like, you know what we do need a refresh of? The Sims 4 base game eyebrows. He currently has lips like me, so I am actually gonna change them because honestly, they're just gonna like trip me out. You can't add any likes or dislikes when a person has been made through the story. That seems a little bit silly. I had no idea that that was the case. No, 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 no. Do not be putting your toes out for free. Why do we only have 6 base game socks? That's a violation. Okay, so my bad. I forgot to disable kits. I actually fully forgot. I don't even know if James Turner, formerly known as the Sim Supply, has kits included in his like pack disabler. Oh my god, yeah, the new jeans. I think we're gonna go for the new jeans. I do like them. I'm still not gonna use the kits though, even though I forgot to disable them. They're not coming out. Ah, they're like me back in 2014 when The Sims 4 was released. Have you ever, as a human, owned a top that has a barcode just like printed on the front? Oh my god, BB Rexa, is that you? I actually saw a TikTok the other day about BB Rexa's like story when it came to fame. Honestly, I am her #1 stan now. I think she deserves so much better. The music industry should put some respect on her name. Oh my god, yes, we have nails now. This never used to be a thing back in the day. Body hair, but unfortunately we don't have any curly texture body hair, which I constantly say we need, especially when it comes to like facial hair as well. We've had this one recently and we've had this one recently, and we have a curly stubble, but it's in high school years. I honestly am still so annoyed that that's behind a paywall. God, the only like facial hair that I use from base game is this one. I can finally figure out which colors actually come with the base game and which came with Get to Work. So there was only 3 in base game. This one? Honestly, I do kind of love it just because it reminds me of like something that we would have had in The Sims 2. Shouldn't be in base game. You know how this man does business for a living? This quarter zip right here. Cold weather fit is absolutely giving. I am a businessman first and foremost, and I will actually make it my whole personality trait. Gluttonous, creative, and evil. Wow, what a power couple. Also wants to be public enemy. Career is a painter though. They have this logic skill and painting skill, and their starting funds are high. We just made master manipulators and I love them. I do want to give them a child though. Let's give them a little girl. Oh my god, stop. She is so cute, Christina. Oh yeah, pronouns were also new and so were the gender settings. I'm sorry. I fully forgot to go over those. I don't think I've ever chosen to live in this house. How can we not afford a nice house? This one is like... No wonder I've not lived in here. I don't even think it's a starter home. 37,000, something like that for this? You're telling me this house is worth that much? Absolutely not, I refuse. This was a choice, honestly, to have these cupboards in the dining room. Most definitely a choice. One of my worst, like least favorite things, actually. I don't think I made these two married. Oh. That was absolutely my bad. I was fully meant to have them be married. Oh, well, looks like we'll just have to work on their relationship. But yeah, the one thing that I hate about The Sims 4 is the lack of lighting. I think the lighting is so terrible in this game. My one hope for The Sims 5, if we ever get it, is just that it has nicer lighting and is a brighter game in general than The Sims 4. They quite literally had to make these lights for us because everyone uses these ones all of the time because they give off a really nice glow. The Sims team saw how much the community members use them and gave us a smaller version. I kind of fully want to give them like the tiniest little pool just because I'm rebelling because we didn't have them when the game came out. So I'm like, give my Sims everything they've ever wanted. You know what we still don't have for pools though, which is honestly a crime in of itself? Water slides. Oh yeah, we don't have seasons installed, do we? So of course it's eternal sunshine because base game doesn't come with weather. That's a discussion I'm always interested about. Like, I love seasons as a pack because of the extra stuff that comes with it, but I do also think that dynamic weather in base game would be nice, which my views have definitely shifted on. I was always like, oh, you know what, I like it being a pack, it can stay a pack, but I would actually quite like just like maybe a difference between like sunshine, overcast, and rain. Even if like the big ones weren't involved, I think just having some form of dynamic weather. But I would love to hear your thoughts on that because I really like festivals in The Sims 3, but I guess they could always come in a different sort of expansion. Like, they don't have to have a seasons expansion with them. Also, I will say that seasons expansion in The Sims 4 definitely isn't one of my favorites. I feel like it's always needed if you never want an eternal sunshine, but it doesn't really add a lot in my honest opinion. I like the holidays, but the lack of festivals really did not sell it for me, like, whatsoever. You're a hungry artist. How did you start with like super high funds? I don't understand. Ooh, I guess technically the wants and fears are in base game now. So we want to order a pizza from being glutton, and we also want to be mean to a good sim. I don't know. How am I meant to know who's good? Okay, I mean, Don Lothario and Eliza Pancakes are roaming around. Those two definitely aren't good sims. Wait, isn't Malcolm Landgrab, isn't he a good sim? Let's test my theory of, is Eliza Pancakes really a stalker in The Sims 4? Because everyone's always like, Molly, why do you hate Eliza so much? Like, Eliza's never done anything wrong to my Sims. I hate any sim that bugs my sim beyond belief, when they will not leave them alone, and Eliza is always one of them for me. As soon as I introduce myself to her, she constantly calls me up and is like, hey, do you want to go out? Hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Fun fact, if you didn't know, these were based on the characters of New Girl. So Zoe Patel is based off Zoe Deschanel, aka Jess. Mitchell is based off Nick. Then Gavin is based off Winston, and Jay is based off Schmidt. I invited them in. I didn't invite you in. Oh, it's really weird seeing, like, you know, randomly generated townies who don't actually have like the custom content hair on that I always have on my randomly generated Sims. But don't let that fool you. Even with base game installed, they can definitely spawn with funky hair colors. Thank you to the Jula Peep hair for keeping me fed and watered even when I am only playing in base game. Heartfelt compliment. Girl, your tits look amazing. What do you want to do? Avoid children for 6 hours? I mean, that's not really going to work considering you have a child, and go to work feeling focused. That was one thing they actually removed from base game, is you used to be able to get a little bonus at work if you actually turned up like feeling your specific emotion. So for the business career, it would probably be focused. For the artist career, you would like feel creative, and that would give you like a little bit of a boost, but they fully got rid of that. Nancy saw those budgie smugglers and was like, no, absolutely not. I do not wish to talk to you. Thank you very much. It begins. Oh yeah, this is new as well, because we didn't have likes and dislikes in the base game. Likes video gaming. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. I do think the wants definitely relate to a Sim's personality like a lot more. I will say children in base game still get such a raw end of the deal. That's just like nothing for them. Which is why I always say, like, I would really love for kids in The Sims Like, obviously we just got a kids basically kit, and then we also got the kids clothing kit, but I always want like more themed rooms for them and stuff, because I just feel like they miss out on so much. They also don't have like a dressing up box, which they've tended to like always have in like past Sims games, so it just really feels like they still don't really have anything like for them, even though we've seen them have like stuff brought out. However, Chompy the monster is still an icon, and I want my own version of him. They actually sell these things, which are called Fugglers. His name is Wilhelm. He is my version of Chompy the monster, and I'm so glad, because ever since the Sims 4 base game came out, I wanted a Chompy. Obviously we get aspirations pretty much almost every expansion. Don't quote me on that, because it's not every single one. A lot of people have always said that they do just kind of feel like a tutorial. I actually think the base game ones feel less tutorial-y than a lot of the ones that we get with expansion packs. I actually think there's a good range of base game aspirations. I like how in The Sims 4 you can like shift them at any time. Like, look at this, be disliked by 2 Sims. Yeah, it's not that difficult to be disliked by a Sim. Like, all you really have to do is like get into a fight with someone and they turn to enemies, but definitely feels like more work than a lot of the pack ones that we've had. I feel like I should have played this as a scenario. I'm now actually realizing, why did I not do that? I want to see if I was right. I want to see if I called it. I want to see if I'm gonna actually start a fire in this first part. I swear, if we don't manage to, that's gonna be, oh my word, we didn't. Cook again. Oh, cooking together? I thought that that was cottage living, but that looks like it actually came in the base game update with cottage living. Let's actually see if it works any better in base game than it does like with all the other packs, because I feel like this is one interaction that always frickin' decides not to work. She's begging us for toys. Oh my god, she just cut a bargain with us. She was like, right, Dad, I will help you with the cooking, but only if I can get new toys for helping. Who are you? Leon Atwood? Why do you want to talk to me, sir? Are you a businessman like me? Yeah, okay, so this is still just like as glitchy with or without all the packs installed. So glad I tested that one out. Make fun of corporate goons. Imitate boss. Oh, he is a businessman. Would you look at that? Are you a co-worker? Can I do this with everyone? I can just do this? Well, not everyone's in the feckin'... Why is it telling me that everyone's a boss bitch? I am the only boss baby around town. Jay, drop my child's toy. No, no, I do not trust him. I absolutely do not trust this man whatsoever. Put it down, Jay. Right, that's it. You just stole it? You stole my child's toy? Rude introduction. Get over here. Oh, damn. They're like back to back with each other. Look at absolute children. Why does Jay kind of look like Zach Baggins? Yeah, we're both ganging up on you. That's what you get. We are gonna start getting mean. We're gonna yell at you and everything. I told you, we can already have a fight with him, and he still hasn't put in the clay away. He just keeps putting it. I don't even want to know. Maybe I don't want the clay back, actually. Thinking about it. Where is our child? Oh my god. Miss Keisha? I genuinely thought that she was... She scared the pants off me, Christina. Don't do that. Kids can actually drown in The Sims 4, and it's a really, really sad death. Oh yeah, sentiments. They're also, some of them at least. Sentiments, sorry Wilhelm, love you. Sentiments are one of my biggest gripes about The Sims 4 in its recent years. I genuinely think sentiments could have been so good, and I will say at any given opportunity, this is definitely a downfall of The Sims 4. They introduce some really cool new features. I feel like the only one they've stuck with recently has been scenarios, which I will hold my hands up and say I do thoroughly enjoy scenario, but sentiments could have been so good for storytelling. I really wish that they worked like the Sims 2 Furious state, because it actually gives you consequence to your actions. Like in the Sims 2, I always give the example of if your Sim is caught cheating, your significant other gets furious with you for about like a week and a half, and they have like a red cooldown on their relationship like panel with you. They'll like constantly do negative interactions with you. They won't let you sleep in the same bed because they're like, ugh, like why would I want to sleep next to you? The Sims 2 did it so well, and I genuinely feel that's how The Sims 4 sentiments could have gone, but they literally introduced it, and then I feel like, yes, they do add new sentiments with packs, but they still don't have like really any like advancement on consequence or anything like that, and I just feel like it's such a good thing to have, and yet it's so undervalued and underused. Because like right now they're still being like angry to one another, but look, they were just friendly to each other. So like it doesn't actually have any consequence on how they interact with each other, which I just think is so ridiculous. I know that was a very short like, oh, here's a quick look at like what you can get in base game. Obviously we already have a career, but if we go to like find a job, I'll like quickly show off like all the base game careers that we have. I'm gonna like remind myself. One thing that I will say is if you don't yet have your hands on the Sims 4 base game and you're like watching this video because you're interested in downloading it when it does go free, or even if you do have the base game but you're like, oh, you know what, like this has kind of made me want to play like just like vanilla Sims for a little bit. I will say doing like a legacy challenge based on the careers is a lot of fun. Rochella actually has a career legacy challenge, which I was actually playing over on my Twitch channel for a while. And I feel like base game is a really good opportunity to do that because you can kind of come up with each generation and how they're going to fit in. You could go through like alphabetically. You could wait until the kid is born to like see what vibe they're giving off. I think that's a really fun way to like explore The Sims 4. Oh my word, yeah, Style Influencer wasn't in it when this came out. We didn't have any of these jobs available to fully grown adults. They were only available to teenagers in the base game. We also didn't have freelancer. I think I'm gonna get one of them into a freelancer career, and also maybe the Style Influencer. They just have traditional base game jobs and not anything like new and fun. So I think I'm gonna change those in the next part. But thank you all so much for tuning in. If you would like to see a second part, let me know. If there's anything in base game that you like want me to explore, want me to talk about, like I said, I'll probably have like 3 to 5 parts of this up, then absolutely please do not hesitate to reach out in the comments, leave your ideas, thoughts, opinions down below, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Remember, base game for free from October the 18th. If you already own it, you can get the Desert Looks kit, which is a build kit, for free up until October the 17th. I have a video that goes through like how you can claim it and stuff like that. I will link that in the description down below. I appreciate you all. Subscribe if you want. Like, give this video a big thumbs up. We're taking it back old school. I appreciate you all very much, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye now. Like, comment, and subscribe.